Median home prices versus median income. We'll go through that in a bit, but just stand by because we have REWTF of the week, home prices rise 9 months in a row, REO of the week, and market snapshot. Let's get moving. Oh, yeah, and I'm entering a new era of showing houses that are on market around the county. So, yeah, let's get this going here. There we go. Okay. First thing is REWTF of the week. Look at that nasty thing. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook. If not, friend me on Facebook and then you get to see it. I do these once or twice a day, sometimes every couple of days. They're pretty random, but whenever people send them to me now. It's awesome because they think of me when they look at toilets. I love that. So there you go. Nice little up close of dueling banjo, dueling pianos, and now dueling toilets. Love it. Okay. National single family home prices rise for the 9th straight month. We talked about this earlier. I just wanted to bring this back up because I thought it was important. It's not going up huge, but that's because we are not in a massive firestorm like we saw in 2019 or 2020. It's strong. There's some places that are going down, but it's not here in Santa Clara County, Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, Northern California. There are some places like Modesto and Stockton starting to hurt. Sacramento's kind of slowing down a little bit, but we're still doing really strong here, mostly because there's just not enough houses for sale. We're going to go into that. If you look at this is kind of like a heat map over the years of increases, overall increases over the year, over every month, right? So if you look, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight increases. That doesn't include November, December. I want to see what this looks like later on, but it's continuing to go strong, mostly because we had rates stabilizing, supply shrinking, and the economy here, even though we're announcing a lot of layoffs, people are still buying houses here. This is across the United States, but also it's everywhere. So there you go. Confidence in the market, great. What's to come? I don't know. Yesterday, I had a 2-hour conversation with this amazingly brilliant guy. We'll be putting it on the channel here in a couple of weeks, but you can take a look at it and understand the bigger 500-foot view of everything and how everything impacts everything. So median income versus median price. Now, the latest median income for, there it is, was $67,000 across the United States. Median U.S. income in 2023 was $67,500. The median sales price right now for a house is $387,000. Vito, why are you boring me with these numbers? You'll see in a second. The median sales price, this income in Santa Clara County is $181,300. That's smack dab in the middle. Half the people in Santa Clara County make less than $181, and the other half make more, and a lot make a lot more. It's important. This is my standard buyer's net sheet. This is a rough draft. Part of my counseling and education process when we start with buyers is I show them something like this so that they see what they're looking at as far as the price, their down payment, etc. So it kind of just goes, I start with default basics, like whatever the price average is that they're looking at, plus their down payment of 20% and what I think they're going to get. I don't know what that price is or what that rate's going to be until we actually get into contract and locked in. So these are all suppositions. But right now you can get a rate for about 6%, and the median price, as we saw, was $387,500. Oops, sorry, $600. Let me change that. Oh no, I'm not going to bother. And then I did calculations. So median income is 67,000. If you bought a house, a median priced house, your PITI would be, your monthly payment would be $2,353. Right? It's right down here. It calculates it all automatically. And assuming property taxes and all that are pretty basic, I think this has to go up again because insurance is going crazy high. So this isn't super accurate. It's close enough. This is just an idea, right? So your annual PITI, if you're making $67,000 a year, your total annual cost to live in a median priced house is $28,000. That's 41% of your income. That means everything else goes towards taxes, food, car, kids, school, clothes, heating, maintenance, everything else. Now, Santa Clara County is a little bit different. Let me bring this up so you can actually see it. Bring this to 200. Yeah. So these are the numbers right here for US. Santa Clara County, your debt to income ratio is 67 or 70% basically. Your median income is 181 and your monthly payment would be $10,000. All things the same. It's all the same thing here, right? It doesn't matter what city or town, right? Your down payment would have to be $350,000. And your median home would be 1.739, which that's not a lot, right? I mean, it's a basic house in South San Jose that's fairly upgraded. So where I live, I would argue that my house, which is 2,300 square feet, is one of the largest houses in this tract. I don't think I would be able to sell it for 1.7. Removing my ego and hubris, I would say probably 1.6, 1.65 on a good day, probably 1.55. So you're looking at Willow Glen, Almaden, and then you take a big step up because right away you're at 2.1 or about, right? So just keep that in mind. Just wanted to have this conversation because the struggle is real for a lot of Americans. If you can afford it, let's have that conversation, but it's just something to be aware of, right? This is a topic of conversation. Part of what we talked about yesterday in that 2-hour conversation, I thought it was really smart, so I dug a little bit more into it. I'll be sharing that with him. Foreclosures are up, but not a lot. I mean, not compared to what it is. I think this is less than what it should be, because we're now getting out of the forbearance, the foreclosure forbearance. I think these numbers will be shooting up just a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we got up to 0.5% or even 0.7 in the coming year. I don't know if we're going to go up that high because the foreclosure process has become far more difficult for banks to have to take back property, mitigate them, and take them off their books. There's not the money that the government gives them in case they lose money. There's a supplement, I think it's called, subsidized. There were subsidies for banks after 2008 to take on and foreclose, and it kind of went to the wild, wild west. That's why we saw 2.8 million in 1 year. I don't think we're going to see that. I think it's a little bit more difficult these days. So banks are going to have to hold on to property. I could be completely wrong. Guys, I am not 100% on any of this. These are just my thoughts and my opinions. I like to record it. Okay, that said, there are 57 bank-owned properties in multiple Bay Area counties. That's not a lot. I mean, if you look at it, really, there's 3 in Santa Clara County. That's it. And this one, yeah. So I looked at this one right here because it's brand new on the market. 2-bedroom, 1-bath for $1 million. This is what you get for $1 million in Santa Cruz. Now, granted, it's not downtown. Let's see if I can break this up for you. It's not downtown, but that's the boardwalk right there. You can walk to the boardwalk pretty easy. And I think that's Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz. No, that's UC Santa Cruz over here. This is UC Santa Cruz. Yeah, that's UC Santa Cruz. So my daughter's thinking about going to UC Santa Cruz. I'm like, there you go. That's a perfect place for her to shack up for a lowly $1 million. Now, if you look at these houses all along here, they're $4 to $6 and $7 million, right? Because they're on the water, Santa Cruz, they're beautiful homes. But back here, ones in this condition, still rate. I want to see where this goes. I'd love to see where this thing sells, how quickly this thing sells. So there you go. That's your REO of the week. Let's talk about Mountain View, another beautiful house. I can pick them. I love the fact that it's so close to freeways. Just think of that constant dull roar of the traffic constantly buzzing over your head as you try to fall asleep at night. This is a cash offers only exciting opportunity for discerning investors, builders, or hands-on buyers seeking to refine prospective single-family home in one of Bay Area's most sought-after cities, Mountain View. It's true. That part's true. But it's all in the marketing. The property is also ideal for someone looking to establish their business by converting the home into commercial use. Yeah, I'll pass on that. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 864, 76 years old. Days on market 41. Yeah. I would rather buy that one in Santa Cruz. I don't know. The fact that they didn't really do any other photos other than this. I mean, obviously it's a tear down, but then the tear down would be right next to a freeway. So let's see what they have as far as satellite. Yeah, I guess you can convert that to, I mean, there's commercial all around it. So there's an opportunity there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's take a look at the snapshot for the week for San Jose. Santa Clara, no, these are, this is all of Santa Clara County. There's 93 homes that have been on market over 93 days, 93 days. 90 days, over 90 days is 47. It's not a lot. I mean, we're at 246 in August. So, and then bank owns, again, it's not a huge number. We averaged 38. I think our biggest was like 78, something like that. REOs across California is 146. We averaged 225 last year per week, active at any given time. So San Jose, we have 158, which is far cry higher than what we had last week and the week before. Told you that we're starting to ramp up. We're going to see more listings come on market. This is totally normal. We want to see to have a balanced market, about 500 or 600 homes available for sale at any given time in San Jose. That number across Santa Clara County has to be closer to 1,900, 18 to 1,900 to have a balanced market. When I mean balanced market, buyers and sellers are both equal. Right now, we're still in a seller's market. Houses are selling in less than 6 months. A lot of houses are selling over list price. There are a few that are overpriced for their conditions, so they stick on market, but not compared to the numbers of houses that are being sold every week. So closes last week, we had 31 compared to last year's 25. And we're still at 104% over list price going into the year, starting the year really strong. And I like that. I want to see that go up. I think we're going to continue to see that because rates are coming down, supply is maintaining their tightness. The demand is going to increase because every time rates go down, more buyers enter the market. That means more competition. So there you go. Houses are still selling at a pretty good clip, and it's way under what it was last year. way under what it was the year before. And we have 35 pendings this last week. So we have active buyers, not a ton, but then again, there's not a ton of inventory out there either. So there you go. All right, today we talked about, what did we talk about? Home prices going up, REWTF of the week, median price of homes versus median income and how that affects people. This is a deeper discussion. We're going to continue to massage. Foreclosures are rising, but they're not. I mean, they're getting back to normal, what I think. Mountain View has a home for sale and inventory is still tight. I'm Vito with Abitano. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out there.